Hello, people of the interwebs. Today, I'm going to be doing a new series.
So forgot, sorry if there's bird noises in the background. I just like to make bird noises.
I'm probably one of the only people who uses YouTube Shorts. While I was on YouTube Shorts, I found this video.
Let's make strawberry fruit leather.
Of someone making fruit roll-ups. And that actually was something I wanted to do for a long time. Their link is down in the description if you want to check out the original video without my blabble labbles. Seems simple enough. First of all, I have honey, but since we don't use honey too much, it has all crystallized, so I will have to heat that up. We are now in my kitchen where there is not very good lighting, but whatever. I have some honey right here that is clearly not very liquidy anymore. We will have to fix this. I could just run this underneath the hot water under the tap. I think I'm gonna try that first. This will probably take a while. That stuff going. How are you guys doing? You're doing fine? I don't know. My day, I went to work, came back, and did this. So not too interesting. Alright, I think I have enough conjured at the bottom. Okay, now I got to get the frozen strawberries. Okay, so I have the strawberries. And so what I'm supposed to do is blend them up until they are nice and cool. I was looking in here a couple days ago and I found that we have a blender. Funny story about this blender. Once I was making smoothies with my dad, and then the lid of this blender just broke and went into the smoothie. We still drank it. We just removed the parts that we shouldn't have ate. I don't know how much I'm supposed to make of the strawberries. You see, the lid is kind of messed up. I was able to open it. That's insane. It doesn't have the little hats on the strawberries. It's all good and cut off. I'll just pour in however much I think it needs. That might be too much. I don't think I've ever used a blender before. I didn't know that it was on. And then I just pressed the button, suspecting nothing would happen. And then something did happen. Okay, I'm prepared. Also, I don't really like the seeds and strawberries, so hopefully it isn't very seedy. That's a part of the lid. Very much a mess. Okay, so I think this can work. I think I'm doing this properly. Can you tell that I haven't used a blender before? Me neither. I feel like I have to use something else because there's still strawberry chunks in here. See, it's not all like crushed up. Because I see when my dad makes smoothies, he puts a liquid in it, but this isn't supposed to be a liquid. Okay, I'm gonna take it out of the bowl and then put the chunks back in. Obviously the perfect chef. Okay. This also might be too much. Oh gosh. Alright. Gosh, blenders are heavy. And then I put the chunks back in that didn't blend. Gosh, it's not too surprising, but it feels like when you touch snow and it like burns your fingers because it's so cold. Ah! My fingers. Back at it again with the re-blending it. I feel like I'm being very judged because of how badly I'm doing this. But I don't know. It might have been too many strawberries. Okay, I think I'm going to put it back in there to complete because I want it to be very, very smooth. And right now it's kind of chunky. I think I blended it finally. Oh my gosh, I thought this was going to be a satisfying clip, and then it was just me struggling again. I finished it. And now we got a bowl of red, pink red, pinkish red. Very nice looking, very fun. Now that honey that I heated up probably hardened again because of how long it took for me to blend up those strawberries. That took so long. My arms got a full-fledged workout out of that. Okay, I think this is about a tablespoon like it said. I'm gonna take off the lid and then just let this plop in. I think that's enough. It's kind of hard to mix with one hand, so this is the best you get right now. Oh, I forgot to preheat the oven. I'm gonna have to check how much that has to be heated to. Also, the oven that I have here is kind of weird because whenever I tried to make cookies before, it would always make them flatten out like a pancake, and I didn't know what that meant. So I think the oven runs either high or low. It's all mixed in stuff. And we needed a little bit of lemon juice. They didn't fully measure things that well, so I'm just following how they did it. Doesn't really look all that different. Mixing time. They also had a blueberry fruit roll-up that they made that looks interesting, that I could possibly try at a later date. Is that another piece of the... Yeah, that's another piece of the that's another piece of the blender. I should have not used that lid. Whatever, if I eat more plastic, that's fine. Plastic seems to be nutritious for all types of animals. You know, we'll just forget that they're there, and then it'll be fine. I just realized you bake at 175 for 6 hours. Why does everything I make take so long? All right, bake. Ta-da. Dang, that's gonna take forever. I don't know if I should use baking paper. I think I should. I also have this plastic thing, or that's meant to go in the oven for cookies. I've never used it, and I don't know if today is the day. Parchment paper. It didn't show in the video parchment paper, but I'm just going to add it because of how sticky gummy things are supposed to be. I hope this tastes... I'm terrible at ripping these things off. Ta-da! That took me like 20 minutes. Alright. This stuff is melting because of how bad I am at certain things. I skitter on the tray. Yeah, I think this is quite big, but yeah, I don't know how they made it flat or how big it should be. Like, I don't know things. Aha! You know, I should really listen to directions because this is gonna take a very long time to make. And you know, I can try to get rid of all the plastic pieces while we're at it. These also could be strawberry seeds instead of the blender, but I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't necessarily like strawberries a ton because they have seeds and I don't really like the seeds. There, it has a little happy face. There's our fruit leather beforehand. At least I'm not filming this at like 2 a.m. like I typically used to film videos. It will be 9 when I finish this, which isn't as bad as it typically would be because, dang. You know, I really could fish out all of those plastic pieces in the fruit leather. I just tried one of the black pieces, and yes, they are definitely pieces of the lid. Cleaning time. It has finally beeped. It is time to put it in the oven. I don't have a timer yet, but does that really matter when it's 6 hours? It is in the oven.
Keep hearing it make weird noises in the oven.
No, it's not nearly done because it hasn't even been like 10 minutes, probably. Checking anyways. It has now been an hour or so, kind of.
It's looking pretty much the same, maybe a little bit different, I can't tell.
Been another hour or so, I think, maybe 3, 2, I don't know. You can go see what it looks like again.
Oh, it's steaming up my thing. It's starting to smell up the house and make it smell all nice. Yeah.
At some points I wonder if it'll burn because it seems like something that would burn.
Dang. It's really doing things.
2 hours left. It has been 6 hours.
Time to take out the leather fruit. It looks odd.
It has a weird crust around the edge, like it comes upwards like a pizza. Time to peel. It's a little crunchy. Not peeling perfectly. Some parts are like really thin and brittle. It's not gonna be one solid thing. It has a little bit of a hole in it, and I think it's a lot more crunchy than it's supposed to be. Alright, so we have all this off now, and I'm just gonna rip off a piece and try it. There's definitely plastic in this, so I wouldn't recommend eating that, but I wouldn't say this is exactly correct. Like, it tastes a lot like jam, not too surprising, but it's pretty sour. I think I need more honey. Actually, that part was really good. Now, do I recommend this recipe? Sure, if you have the time and expect that it will be 6 hours in the oven, yes, I would recommend it. But if you don't have the time to, You could just get a fruit roll-up. I mean, this is actually way better than an actual fruit roll-up. The edges are a lot better than the innards. Those just didn't get enough time, I don't think. Or something along those lines. It's just not enough oomph, but the edges are where it's at. The seeds actually don't bother me at all with it. It's just pretty good. Like, it tastes pretty strawberry-y. Has some of the seed texture, of course, but it's not that terrible. Like, with an actual strawberry, you get a lot of the seed texture, but with this, it's just fruit roll-up. It's just a fruit roll-up. Honestly, I don't know how good this video was, but if you liked it, glad you liked it. But yeah, if you want to see more stuff like this, then let me know, or I'll just make it anyways. I probably just ate a lot of plastic.